In the past, we've talked about thinking of stories in terms of value, problem, answer, and meaning. Let's talk about something I called Hollywood movie structure. Forget about these parts for now. Let's just talk about value, problem, decision, answer, and meaning. And you will see that this is just a story where the middle beat is a bump bump. And what I will say now is, again, we can take any beat and change it into an entire other story. So here we might have a story of the value and a story of the problem. Value, problem, decision, answer, and meaning. We might take each of those parts and break them into value, problem, answer, and meaning. So we have here the story of the value of the entire story. And that's what we'll talk about now. We begin with the value of the value. Here is something the reader should recognize or understand or appreciate. And in this case, we have a bad guy, a highwayman, riding into town. We all might sit up and pay attention if a bad guy is riding into our village. So we get that, but now what's the problem? Well, he's a very handsome and dashing bad guy. He has a great sense of fashion and flair. So the problem is actually what we feel. We kind of like the bad guy, and the answer is we are not the only ones who like the bad guy. This beautiful girl seems to like him, or is at least meeting with him in the middle of the night in secret. So this is all, again, a story, and this story is the value of the bigger story. Now we are interested in this bad guy and his meeting with this girl. And what follows from it should be the problem step in story form. And the first part is that someone is watching their secret meeting. Again, we can all understand the value of this problem. If you and I are having a secret meeting, we would not want anyone to watch. So already we get a feeling of the problem, a value that, wait a second, someone is watching, but maybe it's not bad yet, right? We don't really know what's happening. Except now we get to the real problem of the problem. It sounds weird, but we don't know what's happening in the meeting yet. And then this guy says, "Give me a kiss." We know he's up to some romance. He's up to some desire. He's up to wanting something from this beautiful girl. That's the problem of the problem. And what's the answer of the problem? Well, she seems to like him back. She lowers her hair, right? He could just be a very bad guy, and she says no. Maybe he's kidnapped her brother or something like that. We don't know, but the answer to the whole problem is they like each other. And that leads to the central question. The central problem is, will their love work out? They seem to like each other. They shouldn't like each other because it's a bad guy that everybody wants to arrest. But they like each other and someone has seen it. Now we have a story of the problem.